Hello everyone, it's Kevin here. So yesterday I think we just had the very successful massive Grandmaster simultaneous exhibition from all four Singaporean GMs. I think it was quite fun. I probably would do another stream just to analyze some of my games. But I think for today I just want to do something relaxing. I want to get my blitz rating back to where I think it should belong. So the other day I played in this team tournament where I basically lost like 100 points, and yeah, now I want to get most of it back. Um, so let's get started. I think the Magnus event is going on right now. So I think Magnus is playing. So it's probably not the best time to do any form of streaming. I think everybody will be watching that one. Uh, doesn't feel like there's anyone playing. So Scrub Senator just challenge me. I'm only taking challenges from people who are following me on Twitch. So if you're one of them, could you just send me a message just so that I know? Just drop a message in the chat so that I know who you are. I think we just want to be fair to across the board. Kanan Gariev. Who is this Kanan Gariev? From Azerbaijan, I think. Yep. Hello, Philip. It's very late. Little boy should go to sleep by now. So I'm opening challenges to anyone who has followed me on Twitch. But uh please don't issue any long time controls. It's too late to play any rapid time control. So I think 3+1, 3+2, 3+0. I think all these things are fine. I think bullet is fine as well. So anyway, I'm playing this Azerbaijan IM. I think by transposition we have reached some kind of a Grunfeld, which is supposed to be quite harmless, but I think on stream I have not been doing that great against this particular line. Yeah, honestly, I wish I've been more diligent, really, because I honestly cannot remember what I'm supposed to do. I'm assuming I cannot allow the bishop to stay on challenge on the long diagonal, because I don't really like rook q1, and the pressure on the e7 pawn could be disruptive. But thanks for following Scrub Senator. Sorry that I didn't accept your challenge earlier. So if you like, we can play a couple of games later. So I see invite. Yeah, just give me a sec. I want to win this game first. So I can say that in my in my secret accounts when I'm not really streaming, yeah, I tend to do quite well. I think my rating is about 26 something. Yeah, this position looks quite promising for me, I think. I can go bishop takes f3, forcing gf, but I don't know. Like I'm always worried about stuff like queen e4. I want to reply with bishop g6. So even though I get to like wreck the kingside pawn structure, it may not be that great for defensive purposes. I feel like I'm going queen. I feel like I want to go queen d7. Knight a7 doesn't seem great. Let's go queen d7. If knight a7, I go rook c3. Maybe I just mess with him a little bit. Yeah, I don't like this knight a3. This looks like such a strange move. Like this should be just completely winning for me now. I'm just 2 pawns up and with no compensation at all. Yeah, what is this? Can I not just go bishop f3? Am I not just winning a piece? Ah no, knight on a3 is defending c2. So this is what I missed. Yeah, not impressive calculation there. I don't know. Let's just go e6. I should still be winning, I think. Queen e4, I go f5. Yeah, now my knight is a little bit awkwardly placed. I'm not as enthusiastic about my position as compared to 30 seconds ago, but it should still be quite good for me. I mean, obviously I got to play a lot faster. Okay, I just blundered queen takes d5. No, I didn't. I can take and I can take this one. So life is not miserable yet. Queen f4 at some point. Yep, like now. I don't mind changing queens and giving back 1 pawn, since there's no mating threats now and it's a lot easier for me to play. Yeah, that was quite upsetting. Let's just go e5. I don't really play the Spanish normally, or rather, I mean, as black. But it is not something that I'm totally unfamiliar with. I mean, of course, a move like d4 is quite ideal to play against somebody who don't really play this line for a living. Yeah, I'm just trying to remember what I'm supposed to do here. I think knight takes d4. And now bishop s7 is the move, I think. Yeah, I think this is what you're supposed to do, but I don't completely remember what to do next. I think you go c5, bishop b7, and then you try to force d5 through. But apart from that, I cannot really recall anything. Some kind of d5, I don't know. Let's just play it because it looks nice. Yeah, this position is a little bit boring. I suppose I can play b4. I mean, I can play knight takes d5 as well, but that position is a little bit too dry for my liking. Can play knight takes d5, knight c4. I don't know, let's just take this one off. Let's take this one off. Bishop h4, bishop e3, I guess. Yeah, not really sure. Not really sure what I'm doing. Probably I've already messed this up. Wait, what? So slow. I'm probably going to get flagged. It's just a... Wait, how am I so low on time? Yeah, classic case of too much talking. Not enough playing. So there's no increment, so there's... I'm bound to be flagged. And now I blundered bishop c5. What is this? I mean, what was Queen H3? Okay, now it looks like I'm just winning. So I think Alvari has just completely messed this up. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. So equal material. But after I go B8, I go B8, takes, rook B7. Yeah, nothing special. Just an equal position, I think. I played the opening a bit too fast, I think, this game. Yeah, Streamlabs is saying that I'm dropping a lot of frames over the last few minutes. Yeah, okay, what did I just do? I don't think I can be worse in this position. But I mean, knight takes c6, bishop f6. Not really inspiring. Well, I could have taken on g6 just now, so that was not too clever. Just go bishop e3. I mean, there's always been when Alvarez sees that I'm running low on time, he gets excited and starts blundering stuff. But fortunately for him, it's going to work because I just don't have enough time to convert this position. Okay. Okay, let's just play seriously now. These kids, they show no respect. What is this h4 h5 like? Are you kidding me? They show absolutely no respect. So I want to go e5, but there's knight h5, ef, queen g4. So let me just take this one. Hmm. So the guy wants to checkmate me, huh? So if I take, he wants to go queen g4, queen f6, I think bishop h6. And it looks, yeah, I guess it looks kind of scary. I don't really believe it. Yeah, but at the same time, I don't really have a solution. Yeah, it feels like I've messed it up. Yeah, I just messed it up. Because now there's just queen g4 and you go king e2 and I'm lost. Okay, I should have lost that one. Okay, what is bishop f4? I played too quickly. I should have taken on d5 first, of course. Yeah, I'm not sure what this is. I'm assuming it's some kind of Queen's Gambit, but they don't go a6 normally. Yeah, I should have lost the third game. I think the first game I should have won. The second one is okay. Final position, I think he blundered a piece. But of course it is my own fault for playing so slowly. Okay, this is definitely a nice position. G4, really? Okay, let's just make a normal move. I suppose you can go knight h4 and knight f5, but I go queen f2 g4, I think that's fine. So I'm saying I can always go g4 to hit the knight. So my next move is g4. Maybe bishop g3, h4, and so on. So okay, see goose feathers. Not sure what he's doing, but isn't this just winning? Oh, it's not. What am I doing? Okay. I'll take this and then bishop e4. g6? Let's go c5. Yeah, this is that Caruana line, which is sort of lame, I think. I mean, I don't mean that my opponent is playing lame chess. I'm just saying that the way Caruana played against Carlsen, like I kind of agreed with what Grischuk said during the live commentary that it made no sense to play this against Carlsen, because this line is kind of known for a while. Yeah, I don't remember exactly, but I'm hoping I'm getting this right. I think it's something like that, based on my very poor memory. Yeah, I'm basically just trying to remember the game. I think it continued something like that. And black's supposed to be fine, but I'm not certain at all. But it took me such a long time to remember the line that I'm now quite severely behind on the clock. Bishop e6. Knight d5, I go queen a5, I guess. Yeah, white has some pressure, I have to be careful here. I don't normally play the Sicilian, these days. So okay, so how's the material? So I'm a pawn up, yeah? Should be good. Should be good for me. Yeah, it's really rare that in blitz that people actually enter into this sort of like really theoretical mainstream lines. Like it hardly ever happens uh, in my games. Okay, I guess I could have gone. Wait, I can go b5. No, I could have done that on the previous move. So yeah, I'm really kind of lacking some my usual cutting edge. Okay, let's go e4. I think you go knight f3. Thanks for following, Leon 123. Thanks for following. Yeah, I think here you actually go b4 if I'm not wrong. I'm not sure. Hi Daniel. Hi everyone. How are you? Yeah, there's some crazy line I remember that I can go b4 and there's some taking on b4 I go e5. But I'm not at all sure whether this is the position. Maybe it's not. Let's just go with what I think is okay. I'm just going bishop g5, h4, g3. I think there's a game of Giri. I think against Alexienko. Yeah, I'm not sure about the move a5. Like, I'm going a4 eventually, and the b5 square might prove to be a little bit difficult for black to deal with. But or maybe it's okay. I'm not sure. Yeah, I guess the position is just fine for black. I want to go queen b3, takes on b7. He takes on d2. Not very sure. Let's just go knight f3. Yeah, sure. I'll play you in a bit, yeah? I played against a young Israeli boy a few months ago in Serbia. He's pretty good for his age. Yeah, I cannot quite pronounce his name. I think he's 15 as well. No, I think it's something like Aton or Atan. I also played UF Milikau. Also a young player. I suppose you know both of them. So I don't really think I have much here, but I'm hoping that the slight wingness on the queen side gives me a little bit of play, but there's nothing much I think for. Yeah, correct. Rosen Eitan and UF Milikal, yeah, that's right. Rosen, that's his name. So I made a draw with Rosen and I won against UF. And the game with UF took like 4.5 hours, 5 hours I think. That was an insane game. Yeah, I don't really have any clear ideas what to do in this position. Like Queen B7 Knight D4 is sort of unpleasant. Yeah, overall this is just an unpleasant position for me. Something went wrong in the opening. Like maybe the early B4 was right. Maybe what Advait was playing against was what I should have done. So Eitan is 2387 now. Yeah, crazy strong. Yeah, this regrouping is really a pain, but I have to do this, I think. Yeah, because I want to go knight d2. I want to take this bishop off. Now I go queen c2. I have bishop d3. And suddenly my position becomes a lot more promising. Yeah, now I'm just completely winning, I think. Knight e5? Nah. Not even close, I think. Knight f5? Okay, let's go. Because obviously playing young Israeli talents in Blitz is the easiest thing to do in the world. Where in the world am I? Singapore? It's 11:20 p.m. And where are you from, Daniel? Yep. Yeah, there was a period of time where I had to explain where Singapore is because people were asking me how the situation was like in China. and, and it took me a while to explain that even though I look Chinese and I actually am Chinese, but Singapore is not part of China. it really that was a very uh a painful and awkward. Han. I mean, I'm Chinese, but I'm not. I mean, Han is something that. Uh, okay, I mean, I just blundered Quincy it, so I really should. Okay, the guy is missing it as well, but yeah, just Quincy it just wins. But sorry, I'm not laughing at you. I'm just people have not used that term for a while, so it's kind of like the Han Dynasty is kind of ancient, and I don't know. I don't really know Chinese history as much as I should, but like I have to apologize to my opponent for playing this badly. So basically, I'm Chinese, but I don't belong to any dynasty or any era. So what's the time in? No, that's cool, man. So I'm not really laughing at you. In case you're wondering, it's just kind of funny. Because that term is really kind of ancient, at least in my in my knowledge and in my experience. So what time is it in Brazil, and how is the situation like, in terms of the COVID-19? I don't know that much. Um, the issues in Brazil. Oh no, sorry to hear that, man. Really sorry to hear that. Yeah, I probably should resign here. I don't even know what I'm playing on. A little bit unspotting, to be honest, but Bolsonaro. Sorry, I'm not entirely experienced. I'm not too aware what that is. So if you help if you can explain a little bit what that is. Bolsonaro. Okay, now bishop d4, and the situation is quite bad. Ah, I see. Sorry. That's me jumping the gun. Yeah, situation is pretty bad now, I think. Pretty bad. I think you can go knight a2 just to hold. Yeah, good move. Okay, let me try to be. Yeah, I'm just getting mated now. Rook f5 mate. Yeah, situation in Singapore is kind of getting better. So we had what we called a circuit breaker. So that's just another term for lockdown and anti-COVID measures. So we all have to work from home, including myself. So we have been doing that for a few weeks already. Shops are being closed down except for essential businesses, that sort of thing. But we are gradually loosening up the measures because I think in terms of the people outside, in the general public at large, I think we are doing all right. Not that many cases these days, but for the foreign workers, I cannot say the same because especially those that work in the construction and labor sector, they live in dormitories and under very cramped conditions. So when one of them gets the virus, pretty much everybody else gets it. But the good thing is that they are they are sort of young and therefore quite they are generally quite healthy, tough. I mean, there once these measures are lifted, there is going to be a second wave, but I'm not really sure that the economy can survive another lockdown. As far as I know, um, there are many businesses which have filed for bankruptcy. How is New York doing like? Because is it better in New York now? Oh, sorry, you're in the UK. Sorry, I kind of misread that. I thought you meant the US. Sorry, Jeremy. Okay, this position should be winning for me, yeah? I mean, I'm just crushing down the default. Yeah, this has to be just hopeless. But Prof Morozov. Yeah, this has to be winning. Okay, I have not f6 next. Or do I? I guess knight takes c5 should win as well. Okay, let's play the French. Let's go bishop b4. Yeah, my opponent is playing a series of sidelines. They are quite interesting. Not, I don't think they are the most dangerous objectively, but they are tricky and you have to know your stuff, or you might get into trouble quite quickly. So I think in that game against I think the earlier game in the Sicilian, I honestly didn't really know what to do because like I said, I'm not really a Sicilian player. I play a Sicilian sporadically, so I wasn't familiar with some of this stuff. But he played strongly in that game, I think. Kind of gave me no chance. I go a6, I guess. $300 deaths. So is that why there are news that I read news that claim that the Premier League is returning? I think there's a hashtag going around. Yeah, this position white seems to be better. I have to say, just more space. I got my bishop out, which is generally good news, but apart from that, I'm still pretty cramped. Like I can see knight c5 coming at some point. I once had a Singaporean person. Yeah, Singapore is nice in some ways. I mean, I have very little complaints about the conditions here and the way the country is governed. But there are still some issues, like it's not the paradise that people make it out to be. Okay, sorry, Goose Feathers. I'll play you after this in a couple of maybe couple of rounds. Sorry, Goose Feathers. I know it's super late. Like, what are you doing online at like 11:30? What are you doing? Let's go Queen d5. It looks interesting. C4, I don't know. Yeah, I really don't like. I hate my position. But okay, let's go knight a4. Title Killer, I accepted your challenge. I might remember you if you tell me your name. And really, there's no, there's nothing to thank me about. It's just, I feel like, I think it's important for title players not to take themselves too seriously. Like just because you're IM or GM or whatever, does not make you um really different from everyone else. It just means that you have a certain skill set that you may excel in, and somebody else might have other skill sets that are superior to you. So Goose Feather is not a good girl. If you're not a Sicilian player, do you think you improve your? I think so. I think generally playing different lines helps. But of course it takes time, and it also depends on what you are really looking out for. Like if you're contented with your level of play, then sticking to one opening is not a bad choice. I know players like, for example, Matthias Bluebum. He's kind of like my hero because he plays the French exclusively. So if you search his games, I think he has like a 95% rate of playing the French. Can I take on e5? My opponent offers a draw. Should I take it? Yeah, okay. Let's make a draw. I think it is. I would say that it is. Is it expensive? Yes, I think in a way. Because land. Yeah, I'm not sure whether I've said this on the stream before, but yeah, I have no problems repeating this stuff. Land is scarce in Singapore, so property prices are kind of go through the roof, and things like cars are expensive. So basically, if you compare prices of let's say luxury goods and let's say like branded watches or branded bags, generally you will see that the prices are just a little bit higher here. But in terms of the usual stuff like public transport, food, I would say that Singapore is quite affordable if you don't have expensive tastes. I mean, if you want to go to Michelin restaurants, then that's another matter altogether. But generally, a lot depends on what you think is necessary in terms of your spendings. So, for instance, a car like a Mazda 3 would cost as much as say 70,000 US dollars. Oh, come on, Goose Feathers. What is Bishop E2? Come on, take back. Come on, man. Thanks, Leon. Sorry, I would have wanted to play a few more games because of the the first game was really bad. I apologize for that. But there are some others in the queue, and I have to let them play. I mean, I have to play with them, not let them play. Sorry for the bad English. Yeah, I can take on b2 now. Queen b2, rook b1, queen a3. Okay, let's take this one. Like Goose Feathers, you gave me such a hard time during the Simon yesterday. So I don't understand why you allowed the mate in one just now. There are a lot of drop frames. I'm not sure whether it's because of the network. It's really bothering me a bit. c5. So VM Pata, sorry, I mean, I guess it's alright. I think we can play some bullet, but I feel like I want to play some blitz instead. So Q P A K VM Pata. Alright, let's play some before you go. And are you Chess Madness? Like, have you issued a challenge? Okay, I'll accept your challenge in a bit, yeah? Like, there are people challenging me to half plus 0. Like, what is this? So I can't quite see who's followed, but whoever you are, thanks for following, thanks for sharing or whatever. I mean, 10 years ago I would have played half plus 0 anytime. But now it's like bullet is becoming a challenge for me. Yeah, guys, let me know if you are seeing some if you are seeing some issues with the stream, because apparently there's a lot of drop frames. QPAKNE. So sorry, do I know you? Because I think you mentioned circuit breaker and it's kind of a Singapore thing, so I'm presuming you're Singaporean. I saw your challenge, so I'll accept in a bit, yeah? Alyssa, the game is over, Alyssa. Okay, I'm stopping your pawn from coming forward. I'm going bishop f7 and taking on h5. What are you doing? Like, what? Okay, Alyssa, I'll play you in a bit late. If you happen to be still awake. But now I want to play with a few other guys who have been queuing up. I think chess madness. We have to go soon, so let's play a couple of games here. And by the way, I don't really care about rating. So I mean, I do, but if you want, we can play rated. It's not a big deal. Honestly. Yeah. So bishop f7, kind of the go-to trick in many openings. Yeah, so when I go knight e6, I take. Yeah, actually I don't actually get my knight out. It will get trapped on g7, so it's better to just keep the knight on e6. Guess e4 now is a good move. Knight e4 fe. Yeah, sorry, d. Queen d8. Okay, you should have gone. I think he should have gone queen d8 to change queens and also get out of the pin. So now, f3. The knight is going to be pinned permanently after I go queen e4 the next move. Yeah, queen e4. Now he has to go king g3 or something. Okay, let's just play a couple more. You know, I got myself a Razer mouse because they all say that it is the best mouse for gaming. I'm not seeing that in in my internet blitz. I don't feel like it's smoother or anything like that. So I feel a little bit cheated, to be honest. I'm sacking on h6 eventually. I'm going queen d2. I'm going to sack on h6 next. Nothing is going to stop me from doing it. Yep, there you go. Knight h5. Okay, I just go here. Just one more, and then I'll take the next challenge. Okay, let's go. Knight d4 f e5. That would be nice. Knight d4 e5. It's bullet, man. Like, why will you take back in bullet? Just make a move and play. Like, it's just bullet. Like, you just make a move and like whatever happens happens. Yeah, I like my bishops. You go knight b5, I go king e7. I think I'm quite safe. Okay, a5 is rubbish. Of course, I should have gone a6. Okay, thanks. Thanks, I have to accept some of the other challenges. I think Scrubsinator, you came first, but okay, never mind. Yeah, sorry, there are other guys who have been queuing up. Let's go c6. Yeah, knight c3 is not what you normally do in the exchange Caro-Kann. You want to keep the pawn. You want to give the pawn some access to go to c3 to reinforce the d4 pawn. So generally, the knight belongs to d2. So now the point is, yeah, I'm going to make it difficult for him to play knight d2, knight g3. And this knight is just it's not a good piece. So if the knight was on d2, he would have gone knight f1, knight g3, and it's a bit more useful in that respect. But now his pieces are kind of stuck, which is why normally you never put the knight on c3. Yeah, thanks for the games, VM Pata. Yep, this is also not recommended to break your pawn structures like this. I mean, I do give up my bishop pair, but the bishop pair is not as important as a fundamentally sound pawn structure. So this position is just much better for black now because of these rack pawns. Now I have a nice square on f4. And my plan is just to keep my knights here. Okay, can I go knight f4? I think I take the pawn. Okay, that's rook e5, which I missed. So I made rook e5, knight h3, king g2, and my knight is trapped. So that's not clever. Thanks for following. Bia Shmona? Yeah, you definitely should have gone rook e5 there. So now I can stop it with knight d7. He can go knight b5, I just go queen b8, it's fine. Okay, let's take this one. Okay, so now I need a plan. I probably should maneuver my knight to g6 to keep control over the f4 square. So maybe rook c8, maybe this. Okay, now he goes c3, I'm going rook b8, b5, maybe targeting this c3 pawn, just sort of carrying out a minority attack, which is a cliche that we say in this sort of cow's bird structure. So let's go b5. I guess I can go a5. So after ba5, I go queen a3, attacking these two pawns. Could even go a4. So now I've placed all my pawns on light squares very, very nicely. Okay, one more piece. I'll go rook b7 next move. Like whatever happens, I'm going rook b7. Yeah, this is just beautiful, yeah? You cannot fault like you cannot have a better picture than this, I think. Okay, I can go queen takes c3, but he takes on b5, and I don't really want that. I mean, I can take on d4, he takes on a4, I take on f4, but it seems to give unnecessary counterplay. Okay, let's just take this one. And then this one. What? King g2. Of course. I'm caught in zugzwang now, like because I wanted to make a move on the light square, but I'm stuck. I can't do it. Now my opponent offers a draw. Thanks, bro, for the game. Scrubsinator, I think you are the first who issued a challenge. Sorry to have kept you waiting. I think he's away from keyboard. He's not really responding. Okay, so I'll skip to the next one. Yeah, sorry guys, I think I got disconnected and I switched my network. So now I'm back. So let's keep going. Think Scrubsinator, you are next. Let's go. E4, c6, d5. Yep, another sideline that I don't really know anything of. Let's just go knight f6. Can't be a bad move, right? Knight g4. Queen b6. Queen bh5. Oh wait, I just blundered. Okay, fine. What is this position? Yeah, it's a really strange position. Let's go h4. Yeah, I don't quite like my position. But I've survived worse than this. Stevie GMG, hey, Miao Guang. Thanks for joining, man. Yeah, the position is really bad. I might have to play knight d8 at some point to defend f7. For example, like a move like rook df1. Yeah, he could have gone rook df1, threatening queen f7, and then I think I have to go knight d8, which would have been really ugly. Yeah, knight g7, hoping for bishop f5. Can I go here? Yeah, maybe I escape with castles and even e6. Maybe castles first, and then I go e6, I go knight f5, and suddenly the position is not so bad. Yeah, I just switched my network to 5G, and but the connection is still not great. So I'm seeing a lot of challenges, but just to be clear that I'm only accepting challenges those who are following me. So I think to be fair, if you're one of them, please just give me a shout so that I'm aware. Yeah, bishop e2 is a nice move, I think, because now after takes, knight c2, I think it's a good regrouping. Let's go bishop d7 and try to tahan this position. I want to go knight f5 eventually. Yeah, g4 is nice, stopping knight f5. Yeah, knight on g7 was really suffering, so I had to bring it out. So knight takes e6, bishop e6 appears to be forced. Yeah, thanks to the losses I had against Abadit, my rating now is now down to 2508, which is really not ideal. I nearly blundered with rook h1, I think. Oh, I can do that because queen f5 e6 comes with tempo, so it's not as bad. And now I take this way and I go e6. Yeah, Scrapsinator is playing well. Let's see who he is. No name, ACSI Chess Club. So definitely a Singaporean. Yeah, I was expecting this, but now I go c5. Then now after bishop f5, I go ef. My position is not so bad after all. Okay, now I take this one, knight d4, bishop c5. Okay, this is a blunder because I go bishop c5 now. Queen c3, I go king d8, followed by rook c8. I think my position is pretty good. Okay, now this is just lost. I think I go here. Knight f3, rook h3 should win. So g6 I go rook g8 and I get the pawn. Knight d6, yeah, didn't see this. Maybe it's not so bad. I just go b6. Knight f7, king e7. Yeah, I think this game white actually played quite well, but towards the end, I think in time trouble as well, with the clock ticking, he made a couple of bad decisions and suddenly the game is over. But I think he did quite well. Sorry, I got to give the others some chance to play. So Prof Morozov, let's play some bullet. Let's just play like 3 to 4 games, yeah. I was in some kind of trouble, I think, in that game. Yeah, the mouse is really not great. Let's try what this Aliriza has been doing. So he has been playing this weird system for a while. So I want to see what this is all about. Like he has been doing this in bullet for a long time now. Knight g4, knight f4 is the point. And yeah, I think white sort of holds everything together. What am I doing? What am I doing? What? What? I'm done with bullet for the day. Just too slow, man. Just too slow today. Like, that game was so overwhelming. Test 14725. Yeah, I forgot to check whether you are whether you followed me on Twitch, but I guess it's a bit too late for that. Yeah, this position I think is quite fine for me. I think I have more space. I have like a reverse Marozi buying type of position. So I think I'm doing quite well. I'm just going to pull my bishop back. Normally I go bishop f8, bishop f7, and then start to figure out what to do on the queen side. But generally these positions are quite pleasant for black. Sorry man, I think I'm just too slow. And it's amazing how I didn't win that position. Which is fine, don't worry about it. It's just bullet. He wants to go bishop h3, but I guess I go bishop e6, so that's fine. Thanks for the game, Prof. Morozov. Are you a real professor? By real, I mean like are you a professor by profession? So I guess eventually in this position I want to go some b5, maybe a4 eventually. Also this could be a weakness. So for example, move like queen b5 maybe. And if knight d2, maybe I can go a4. Yep, like this. Exploiting the fact that the pawn is pinned because the bishop on b2 is sort of hanging. Okay, so now I take this, and I have a better pawn structure because of this weakened, or this weak a3 pawn. I'm a little bit uncomfortable putting my rook across this long diagonal, but I guess it's not the big issue. Okay, now I just take this pawn. There was no way to exploit the pin, so if there's a pawn on c2, you could go c4, but there wasn't such an option. Thanks for the game. See you, man. So now he wants to go knight c4 and then establish some play against the b6 pawn, because d5 is sort of hanging. If I go b5 now, he goes knight d4, and maybe this pawn is weak. So decisions. Okay, let's just go knight to b4. If knight c4, I'm going rook b8. Sort of keeping the position under some control first. Also, I have this idea of playing maybe rook takes a1 and knight c2, clarifying the position. Okay, now I can go knight a2, which exchanges the bishops. Even though I think like um, I feel like my knight is actually better than his bishop. Okay, it's 3 plus 0, so there's actually no increment, which I sort of overlooked. So it's time to play faster. Rook b1, I go rook b4, I guess. Okay, now I go rook b4, rook b2. I'm going bishop e7, h6, f5, I guess. I'm going h6, f5. Yes, position is winning for me, that's for sure. Okay, now f2 is hanging and it's basically over. I could have gone rook h2 mate, but never mind. Still winning. Tough game. Thanks for the game. GM Athash the Great. You got me there. I just forgot about it. I completely forgot that I sort of said that before. Fair point, very fair point. Um, I'll remember it next time. I don't know why I played bishop f4, but I think it's just by instinct. Sorry, man. In my defense, is my I think it's the first London I played today. Yeah, so what happened was that I think in the previous streams I once said that I will never play the London again against Singapore players, because I was trying to make a point that the London is not the best opening for young players. So I kind of made a promise that I will never play the London against Singaporean players, just to make a point, even though I think objectively it's a fine opening, but it's just not the best for young players. I think young players should just basically take advantage of the fact that they are young, and they probably have better ability to retain what they study. in a better way as compared to older folks like myself. So I kind of made a pledge to never play the London against Singaporeans, and then I forgot about it today. But okay, I mean, point noted. Yeah, I was hoping for knight takes b5, and then I would have played bishop takes b5 and get a nice. Okay, here anyways, I'm going to win a pawn. I'm just not quite sure which pawn to take. I can go bishop b5, knight b5, and I go rook e6, or I can play rook takes a5. Both of which seems quite quite attractive, but okay, I go bishop c2. I don't want to exchange any of my pieces. And the point is, I'm trying to take on a5, and at the same time, I have these ideas with queen d3. So maybe I go b3 first, and then followed by queen d3. I'm attacking a5, so my opponent has to spend a bit of time to sort of guard against all these threats. And later on, I go knight f3, knight e5, defending f7, preventing him to go king f7, I mean. Yeah, so now I go knight f3, going knight e5 next. The position should be very good for me now. So king e7, I go queen d4. Then maybe I come to c5, maybe c4. I have some bishop g6 check at some point if he limits his king's movement. Like for example, if the knight goes somewhere, I have bishop g6, and the king is running out of squares. You have like this. Like, thanks for making the point clearer. So queen c, like it's almost mate, but okay, I just take the bishop. Forget it. I just take the bishop and win material. I take f8 and then I take b5, and yeah. So this is a clean way to convert the position. Now I take on no, don't take on a5. Take on f8. Like I nearly played rook a5. Okay, I don't know who Jong89 is, so yeah, Caleb Senior. Yeah, I need you to just drop a message on Twitch so that I know that you're a follower. So I think I just want to be fair to everyone. Because typically I don't accept most players will set a formula for the opponents that they want to face, but I don't mind playing against people who watch me, of course. So if you don't mention to me that either you're a Singaporean player or you follow me on Twitch, it's just not fair to accept your challenge. So guys, if you are watching this and you want to play, just drop a message on the chat. So in the meantime, let me just try to get my rating back to something that is a lot more respectable. Konstantin Talev, I think I met him. I met him in, where was that, Iran? So let's say hi, Jong89. Yeah, sorry about that. Okay, I'll accept your challenge in a bit. I'm sorry about it. Yeah, because I just can't remember all the details. Yeah, my opponent here is a really friendly Russian GM. Like, he's always smiling, always happy, and kind of a cool guy, really. Okay, here there's something has gone wrong in the opening, because now he has to go knight g8 and I go bishop f4, and the position is just really great for me, I think. So, I mean, I'm really tempted to go castles, but maybe it's not a good idea. Let me just take this pawn off. Let's go bishop c4. Go castles. Let's go here. Yeah, he kind of have to do this now. Let's go rook e1, I guess. And if I go rook e4, so maybe I'm missing some tricks. I don't know. Bishop e5, I guess, works for me. Okay, so now the position is quite straightforward. There's just no counterplay for black. Okay, now I have rook takes d5, I think. No, I don't. Wow. I nearly blundered with rook takes d5. Wow. That would have been insane. Yeah, and I missed b4 as well. So, I mean, I don't really want to play a move like queen takes b4. But maybe like here I don't have much of a choice. So, I mean, I have to give the b file and all that, but it's not something I would have opted for, obviously. Let's go rook e1. You give a check, I go king d2. I'm still winning, but I would have preferred not to have to you know, get into all these checks for no real reason. I'm just a piece up for nothing, but the position is, there's unnecessary counterplay. That's what I'm trying to say. Hello, Psychodaki. Yeah, this. Now bishop g6 here. I'm going rook e6 next. Yep, that was a very rare occasion where I played quite decently. Why ef and not e6? I don't quite remember the position. What do you mean? Why ef and... Okay, let's go knight f6. Yeah, I could have gone e6. Let's go f6. Yeah, so like this position has gone. Wait, sorry. What did I do? What did I do? Yeah, he's a really nice guy. I'm not surprised that he allowed he allowed the take back. Yeah, I remember. Why didn't I take? I forgot. As in, why didn't I play e6? Yeah, honestly, I forgot. Why? Maybe it's possible. e5 takes knight g4. Rook to e2. Yeah, this is interesting. Like, this is the first time I played against this move, knight takes d4 on move 12. Normally they take with the pawn. So what is wrong with this? Takes knight. I really want to go knight g4. He goes rook to e2, I guess. I don't know. Let's try it. I have no idea. Soliloquy is not hosting me. Thanks for that. I guess. Maybe this. Yeah, I saw this move, and I was trying to figure out like an effective way to play. I thought maybe bishop e3, knight e3, queen h2, but he goes takes, takes g4, bishop g4, f3. So maybe I take this one instead, and then go queen h4, and I pretend that I'm playing a Marshall Gambit. I think I have sufficient play for the pawn, to be honest. Like bishop pair is working quite effectively. I have the f file, my pieces are active. So I feel like the position should be quite decent for me. I'm assuming that the pawn is not really hanging on d5 because f2 is weak. So there's b5, I think. b5 takes, knight takes d5. I cannot play queen d5 because of bishop h7. But I guess I have like tricks like bishop g4 here, maybe. So rook f2, queen f2, rook e8. My queen is now attacking e8, so suddenly I just want a pawn from nowhere. Yeah, I have some counterplay now. I mean, apart from the fact that I want the pawn, I want the pawn back. So that's quite good news for me. Queen d3, queen d5 would be quite nice, I think. Ah, come on. Yeah, that's a pity. Yeah, bishop g5 is my specialty in blitz. I mean, the apart from the fact that some guys might just play a6 or knight c6 and I take the queen on d8. Um, the line is actually quite decent. Like there are some concrete ideas behind this line, so it's not as stupid as it looks. Yeah, you can, but I go c3 and then I get some kind of uh, I get some kind of counterplay there. So for instance here, I think I have very good chances on the dark squares after he takes on c3, and not surprisingly he doesn't. So his idea is to go b5, I think, to kick my knight back. So I go a4. So my position is better now. That's for sure. So I think he wants to go after queen d5. He goes bishop e6, but that's pretty awful for him. You can go rook d8, I guess, but yeah, the position doesn't inspire any confidence. I'm just a pawn up for very little. Honestly, I miss this. Okay, let me go queen e3. Yeah, in the line that you mentioned about e5, generally you go c3, you sack the pawn, and then he has all these issues down the diagonal after I go bishop c4 eventually. So that line is quite promising for me. Now rook c5 is not playable because I can just go, like, even if I didn't have knight d5, I could go bishop takes c4, and that's still good. I mean the bishop is pinned. So knight f5 is an idea, I guess. Knight f5, I go queen e2. I remain a pawn up, so that's good news. But this is a nasty move that I overlooked. Now he's threatening bishop c4. Yeah, this is really nasty now. I completely overlooked this. Now my position may be just lost. It's not good. He's trying to figure out like how he can win a piece, I'm sure. And I'm trying to figure out how not to lose a piece. Yeah, but knight f5 is not something I expected. Maybe I go queen. Yeah. It's just bad now, right? Yeah, this looks pretty bad because of knight d6. Rook takes e4 and resigns. Yep. That was tragic. Oops. Okay, I nearly blundered. I thought I blundered knight b5, but I didn't. h3, rook e8, I think. Normally you go knight e4 if I can. Okay, here I think knight bd7 is the move. Bishop d6, knight b6, I think that's how you play these positions. So the point is, after bishop takes d6, I go knight b6, bishop takes c5, I take d5, and I get some kind of a Grunfeld type of positions. Yeah, I think maybe I go knight e4 now. Yeah, the point is, after b5, a b5, knight b6, the bishop goes somewhere and I go a5. And I start to charge Audrey the pass pawn. I don't know why Audrey, I just came to my mind. I don't know why Audrey. Should I go bishop f6? Maybe here. So the point is, he still can't take on a6 because I will take on c4. Okay, I'm just going to keep charging the pawn and pretend that I'm just winning. Let's go queen e7. He's not going to fall for bishop f5. That's for sure. I'm tempted to go g5, h5, but I'm pretty sure that's not how you should play this position. Let's go a3. Let's go rook a4. Now this position is just fun to play, I think. Objectively, it might not be very sound, but it doesn't really matter. Let's go h5. Bishop d4. There was some point to f5. There was, I think, but I was afraid that eventually if he goes e4, if he manages to, then I will open up the file for him. Whereas now it's still not so clear how he's supposed to be doing that. Yeah, because now I think it's quite clear that he's experiencing a lot of problems in terms of his bringing his pieces onto good squares. So this position looks kind of fun for me. But once again, like, if I allow him to consolidate, then all my piece activity might just dissipate. Okay, now I have bishop h3, which I'm really tempted to play. Let's do it. Now bishop d7. Queen f4. Pretty sure I'm just winning now. Like, this is one of my best games in this. It's slowly becoming one of my best games in the Benoni. I'm going h3, h2. Like if I win this, I'm going to be really happy. It doesn't matter what happens the rest of the evening goes. Yeah, he somehow survived. Well, queen g2, bishop f2, bishop g3, and there's no way to defend f2. Wow. Wow. Yeah, that's really nice. Like, yeah, that's. I mean, I'm happy to admit that that was some preparation all the way until knight b6 and then followed by a5. It was an idea of Vladimir Akopian. So, like, never in my wildest dream, like, would I ever think that that it's possible to replicate that. Yeah, he said that he was not sure about evaluation, but in some moment it felt great. Um, Maybe, but hard to imagine. Like, it's hard to imagine that the position is good for white. Yeah, this feels like something has gone wrong in my opening. Um, like, okay, I won a pawn, but he has loads of activity. I think black should be fine here. Knight f3, knight d4. I know. You make too many moves with the same piece. I know. Don't do that. Like, I agree. Like, don't play like that. The argument is that you prevent. No, there is some point to it. So, okay, I blundered rook takes b2, but I mean the point is you don't allow d5. That's the only point, and it's a pretty important point actually. Okay, I'm trying to make a draw now. This obviously this position is just horrible for me. But I have some hope, I think. I was just a pawn up. Okay, maybe not just a pawn up, but the position was not bad. It was not great, but it wasn't bad at all. So now I'm going to lose a2, I think, and I have to find a way to sort of keep my position under control. Maybe queen e3, maybe queen e3, and I play f5 and try to mess with him a little bit. Okay, I think he blundered now. Okay, now the game it should be winning now. Now f8 drops. Okay, let's go c5. Let's go knight c6. Knight f6, knight c3, d6. Go a6. Bishop d7. So this is called the classical Sicilian, and white setup is called the rouser attack. Yeah, I know. It's not considered to be a great opening, but I think at the lower level is still fine, I think. I think here you go knight d4, queen d4 and b5. I think that's how Carlsen plays. I'm not sure whether I got it wrong. It's quite possible that I've gotten it wrong, because now I'm not sure what to do after e5 just now. Maybe it's alright. I don't know. Bishop e7. Okay, let's go h6. Okay, so the point of playing h5 is so that later on you go g4, g5. Let's go queen c7. Thanks for following Alex TV Chess. Let's go to b8. I'm going b4, a5, and the such. So at some point, yeah, I go a5. So at some point I go b4, I chase the knight away, and maybe I can go e5, attacking the queen with tempo, and then I go bishop e6, and I hope to get to play d5 eventually, and my position will be great. But of course, it's much easier said than done. So what's going on after rook b7 and rook b8? Ah, I see. Interesting. I think he's hoping after rook b5 to go knight takes b5. So that is his little trap. Yeah, this is very interesting. I have not seen this idea before. But if I go bishop d8, what's wrong after this? Isn't the queen just trapped? I will go castles eventually, I think. Okay, he wants to go, let's say, after b4, knight b5. So now he's attacking these two pawns. Yeah, this is quite interesting, and it looks like it's good. It looks good. So I'm not happy. I'm not happy. After b4, knight b5 takes king e7 maybe, but the bishop would be terrible. Yeah, this is very creative play by my opponent. I don't have a clear answer what to do now. Yeah, this is a big problem for me now. Knight b5, bishop b5, bishop b5 check. King e7, he goes a4. Yeah, he's definitely going to do that now. There's no doubt. E5 with the idea after takes bishop c5 check, I guess it's pretty strong. It's also pretty strong. Yeah, I'm just busted here. So maybe you're right, like the Richter Rouser was busted. I'm just hopeless now, I think. But that's a nice way to win. After d5, queen takes b7, queen b7, bishop c5 is mate. So that would be a nice way to win. So let's play a 10-game match. Let's see if I can. Let's see what happens. Yeah, I feel like in this line, normally you go bishop d6 first. You actually don't really have to play. Okay, here I think I have to be accurate because knight e4 is the idea. So I think queen c2 is the way to play this position. Threatening knight b4, so I go a3. Okay, this is a blunder, I'm pretty sure. Bishop f5, queen e7, takes, king f1. Yeah, pretty sure this is just a blunder. But what is the best way to maximize this? Is it better to allow e takes d5, e takes d4, or bishop takes d4? Bishop takes c3, I mean, sorry. So bishop f5, queen e7 takes, king f1, rook c8. Is it better to keep bishops or not? I'm not sure at all. Let's go bishop f5. Just based on instinct. E d4, king f1. And now queen f5 I think will be good. I will take on d4 next. Yeah, just looks winning. Okay, but I mean, is there any point to... There's no real point to like taking back in this position, right? Like, position is just winning for me anyways. So why would you ask for a take back in that position? I mean, okay. Come on. Not like that. I guess it's drawn now, but that's like how my position was just so winning. Oh man. We can go g5, but Really? Queen f5 check, I think, is the idea. I don't really want to make a move like g4 now. Looks so ugly. Maybe I have to. Can I go queen e5 instead? Let's just go g4. So ugly. It's a terrible move to have to play. Yeah, position is not just lost. Wow, it's just so crazy. So crazy, man. No, queen e5 just rook d3, just rook d3 and it's mate. And yeah, this is a complicated position now. dc4, I think there's something like queen b7. Knight a5, there's queen b5, bishop d7, queen takes d5. Yeah, I have no idea what's going on. Maybe bishop b4. Maybe this is okay for me. a3, I'll just take the knight. And then I castle. Should be okay. So this is some kind of Caro-Kann, I think. By transposition. So maybe it's time to go bishop g4. Maybe bishop g4 here. Yeah, this is interesting. Takes. Really? I guess I have to take this one. The sort of the only move that makes some sense. Bishop h3. Am I just a pawn up? Feels like I'm just a pawn up. I don't see anything for my opponent. Let's go e6. Bishop f5 would be it. Sorry guys, I'm just trying to stay a bit more focused now. After losing the earlier round, earlier game, it was kind of painful. I mean, the knight doesn't do much on b6, I think, so I'm not so concerned with this. Let's just go h4. I want to go g5 actually. I'm not sure if it's a bad idea. Wow, king a4, like really? Wow. Wow. Is he just trolling? What is he doing? Bro? Like seriously? Yeah. Unbelievable how I lost the last two games is just insane. Man. Crazy, crazy. Oh man. Yeah, sorry, I just had a sneeze. So I had to mute the mic for a while. I mean, not that I was saying anything at the time. Okay, he's going knight f4 eventually, I guess. So let's go knight a3. I want to go rook a d1, knight c4 at some point. Let's to put some pressure on d6. I was expecting knight f4 to come, but these knights are sort of awkward. This is a really bad weakness, and I think white is better here. That's for sure. I feel like I can go h3. Are there any tricks? Maybe not. I don't see tricks. Your position looks great for me, but I don't see a clear way to really improve my position. I'm just going to do like normal stuff, double rooks. Excuse me. Okay, I kind of forgot about this, to be honest. I thought I could take on f5, but yeah, that's why I should have gone bishop h2 earlier. So now if bishop f4, he goes gf, and later he takes this one, I guess. But maybe it's okay. Like gf, I go queen d3. Maybe it's fine. Excuse me. Yeah, I have queen d3. Yeah, this is the trick that I have. And I sort of collect everything back. So queen f7, queen takes e4 is the point, and now, yeah, I'm just much better now. Like the pawn structure is so bad for black. Excuse me. Now I win another pawn. Is it time to take on d6 or what? Okay, let's take on d6. I'm running out of time, so I have to go fast now. Queen f4. I'm going queen c4 next. I'm just a pawn up, but it's not so easy to convert this position because black is really active. Yeah, b5 is good. Controlling c4. That's a really good move. So my idea is knight d4. I go rook d7. Is there a6? Not sure if this works. Absolutely unbelievable. Oh man. Yeah, this line is kind of doing well for white. How should I think Yeah, I'm just going to play, continue the match with this guy. For a bit, if it's okay. I mean, this score 5-half, 3-half is a little bit harsh, I think. Like generally, I think the games have gone quite well for me. Just go and grab some water. Sorry guys, had a bit of a sneezing fit for the bit. I'm not sick or anything like that. Yeah, this is a peculiar position. Nigeria. So the point is, I wanted to go f6, and it's actually a typical motif in this line. I understand. Look, I I understand that is weird. Yeah, I want to go knight d3. Let's go knight d3 and queen f4. No, it's not to hold on to h6. It's like to go at some point to go f6. But here I can go knight to f6 actually. So I know it looks weird. I know. But maybe I can go queen b4 and I take the c5 pawn. A little bit risky. I mean, at some point I'm going to give away the h6 pawn. Like, I'm not going to hold on to it, but I can go knight f6, maybe knight to g4 at some point. Or even go to e4 maybe. Maybe knight e4. Am I blundering some mate? No, right? So bishop c6 takes. Oh, this one is quite good as well, I think. I've got to say I missed this. Queen c7. It's probably a decent move. So bishop e4, de, queen e4, king b8. Yeah, the classical is sort of the safer way to play the French. Rook h6 I guess is coming. Yeah, this position is a little bit difficult to evaluate, but I imagine that black should be fine. Especially after f5, because maybe not. Maybe I'm still worse. Yeah, I'm still a little bit worse, unfortunately. Yeah. f5 was too was played in a rush. There was no need for that. I can go queen c4, queen a6, but he takes on h7, and then I feel like the position wouldn't be great for me. I mean, not saying that this is great for me as well. This is pretty bad, I think. Okay, but now it looks like I have to take on a6. What is queen h2? Like, queen h2 is just a weird move. Ah, okay. Now the game is more or less over, I think. Yeah, I think generally I think I played quite well. It's just that yeah, hits. Yeah, I probably should take a look at the games. So I think that like I think this game. So let's click analysis. So this position, typically after c takes d4, they always play c d4. So knight d4, I'm pretty sure it's not great, but I was not able to figure out exactly why. I think e5 should be fine. E5, knight c6, takes, and okay, I know already. Knight g4, rook e2. There was rook f2, I think, and after rook takes f2, bishop c5. Yeah, I should have seen this. Okay, I'm not so sure now. There's bishop e3. Knight e3. Knight e3, bishop e3. And then there's this move which I kind of overlooked. So let's see what the machine says. The machine just says bishop c5, which was played, and after bishop e3. Yeah, apparently it's not that impressed with the pawn sacrifice. Okay, he's just saying bishop c5. Yeah, so in this position, he's suggesting bishop c5, and after knight e6, bishop e6, rook e6, knight e4, and at some point you get sufficient counterplay down the f-file. Yeah, I agree that e5 was very thematic, and this looks, at least in blitz, quite attractive. But honestly, I was not that sure, because here, like for instance here, I agree with the engine that I was not sure what to do after queen to c2, but queen c2 I have rook takes f2. So what was I missing? Yeah, this position looks quite fine for me. I thought maybe b5 was possible, and the point is after c takes b5, he can go knight takes d5, and then I'm getting some ideas like rook e7, c6, even c6, because knight e7 check is a possibility now. Queen d5 is not playable because of bishop h7. Yeah, so this position was, I think it became quite unpleasant. So I think knight takes d4 has to be checked, and is something that I will look at. But honestly, initially I thought the position was just fine for me. And then yeah, this position was like, this game is just crazy. So the point is, I think somebody asked, I think was it you, raised to GM? I think you asked about bishop c1 and after e5. So here there's the move c3, and if d takes c3, knight c3, this is terrible for black, because after bishop c4, king is not going anywhere. There's going to be all sorts of attack coming with moves like queen d5, maybe queen b3, white goes castle. For one pawn, this is a lot of compensation. The other move that one should consider is d5, and I think after e takes d5, queen d5, c d4, e4, knight to c3, bishop b4. This, I get this quite a lot in blitz. Knight d2 is very strong. Yeah, and this position is terrible for black as well. So for example, after queen takes d4, I think bishop b5 check, followed by castles, and once again, like, because of this move f7 f6, it's really difficult for black to bring his king to a safe haven on g8. There's going to be queen b3 check at many different points. So this line is bad. Yeah, after knight c6, knight takes d4, this position is just bad for black. He kind of made it worse with some of his, allowing knight db5, a6, knight d6. This was definitely not recommended. Knight c4, queen c7. I regretted a4 to be honest. Maybe I could have done something else here. Maybe bishop d2. Could I have played bishop d2? Bishop d2 with the point after b5, you go knight to e3. And then these ideas of playing knight d5. This looks very nice for white. And then eventually I'm going to play a4 and softening up the queen side. And then I'll get the c4 square back in due time. And I follow it up with bishop e2. I go short castle, f4. Yeah, this is just a horrible position for black. I think he's just lost. Yeah, I think, yeah, a4 was bad. There was no need for a4. I think I should have just pressed on, just develop my pieces. So after d5, like I'm pretty sure this is still very bad for black. I think I bring my queen to e4 and setting myself up for all these tricks was not very clever. Maybe just queen h5 or yeah, I don't know. Here, I mean, at first sight I thought my position was really good, but then I was like fiddling around and taking my time in terms of like making a move like b3. Was there something else better here? I feel like b3 should be good. Yeah, knight h6, and suddenly like this sort of stuff like rook e8. Yeah, your line is also quite fine, of course. Perfectly fine. I think there's a new book coming up on the C3 Sicilian by Alexander Kalifman. So maybe you might want to check that out, see if he has some new ideas. Yeah, I think, you know what? I think I should have gone long castle. I think this would have been quite strong. Yeah, I should have done this, get my king out of the way. And then figure out a way to complete my development. So for instance, like bishop d3, rook h e1, that sort of thing. So bishop d3, and after rook e8, it feels like I'm just lost. Yeah. So let's see if what I've said makes any sense. So here instead of bishop d2, the com is suggesting bishop e3. I said I like bishop d2 and I still prefer bishop d2, by the way. A4, yeah, this position as mentioned is just winning. Okay, so bishop d2 is the decisive error. So bishop e3 was better, stopping rook d4. Obviously I missed rook d4, or else I would have played this. So that's it. And then I managed to win 2 games in a row. Yeah, so this is the line. So during the, I mean, after the game I told him that this is, I probably had this position in my computer somewhere. Yeah, and now, yeah, b5, ab5, knight b6, queen d3, and after a5. Yeah, this position, the com is always going to give a big plus for white, in view of the fact that white is just a clean exchange up in terms of material. black doesn't even have a pawn for the exchange, but uh, taking into account the dynamic features of the position, let's just point out that the knight on b6 blockades the b5, the past b5 pawn very nicely. The knight is excellently placed on b6. Actually, it supports a4. It may support c4 as well, and it's very important that the bishop on g7 is pretty much unchallenged. So it dominates the entire diagonal, and given the fact that my rook is already ideally placed behind the past a pawn, so I feel like this position is just I don't think this is better or winning for black, but I felt like it's at least sufficient for equality. And I think that in the real game, black will get a lot of very decent chances. So I think in the game, okay, king h2 was played. I went a4. I considered g5. I think like during the stream I mentioned that I wanted to go here, but I was not sure after this. I didn't really want to allow something like this, and after take bishop f4, yeah, I didn't really want to allow this. So I still preferred a4. Bishop a2 I didn't like. I felt the bishop is really poorly placed on a2, given the fact that it is blocked by its own pawn on d5. And it's a purely defensive piece. It's as good as a pawn for now. So this position I felt was really promising for black. Queen e7, yeah, I think that he could have gone e4 actually, and I would have gone a3, but after rook h1, a3, e4, rook a4. Okay, I blundered this. I didn't see queen g3 at all. I completely overlooked this, and this would have been a disaster. I didn't see this move, and this position would have been great for him, like he said. So I think around here I must go g5. I think it's more or less forced. So this is the point where I fumbled. Yeah, bishop g3 h5. Here bishop d4. Yeah, you get a very decent Benoni now. Yeah, now bishop h3. The point is after takes, king g1, you go here, king f1, you go here. I didn't calculate any of this. I just thought this should be winning. And what happens after bishop f2? I just go rook takes e4. I think this is just finished. There's a nice line. I think king d1, queen takes f2, rook takes e4, queen takes a2, and this of course is just winning, because my pieces are far better than his rooks. So bishop f2 was played, and yeah, okay, this was lost. Yeah, so this is a nice win for me, I think. Yep. So this game, yeah, this game I had some very fond memories, because at the Abu Dhabi Blitz Challenge, MVL played bishop c5 against me. I played bishop e3, he went bishop b6, I played knight f5, bishop takes e3, knight takes e3, knight f6, f3, castles, bishop e2, yeah, d6, d4, knight d7, knight c3, knight c5, castles, and now he made a mistake with f5. So I had really good memories about this, because I've never beaten somebody as strong as obviously as strong as MVL in Blitz. You tend to get some chances in Blitz against anybody, but I have not been able to beat any like 2700 players so far. I've beaten some 2600, 2650, but I mean when like winning a game against MVL was just like, especially in the tournament, was something quite unbelievable. So f5 was like he played f5, which was a big mistake because after e5, bishop f5. B4 was very strong with the point that after knight takes b4, I have knight takes f5, rook f5, and queen b1 attacking both pieces. So obviously he saw that. He went knight to e6, with the point of going knight to f4, knight to e5, and actually all this I've actually analyzed before in one of my streams previously. But yeah, I'm just happy to relive that fine memory. So here it's important to go f4 to stop this knight f4 idea. And then he played knight to d4, wanting to change pieces, and here I played another important move, bishop h5. So all this was sort of analyzed before, and I knew this stuff. And basically this position is just lost for black because black's pieces are all over the place. I'm threatening b5. If you go knight back to e6, I think queen d5 is pretty much game over or close to that. So this position is just pretty much lost. He played g6, I went b5, he played knight e7, I took on d4, he played gh5, I went rook ae1, and then he went c6. Yeah, so this position is just of course much better for white. Weak king, bad pawn structure, and my pieces are all nicely placed. I played knight to e4. The commentators were asking why I didn't play rook f3, and I spent a long time calculating this. It's still good, but I didn't see a way to play after h4. Just stopping rook g3, and I just didn't see how to continue, so I just played knight e4. And after takes, knight g6, takes. Yeah, I'm just a pawn up, and eventually after some excitement, I managed to win the game. So that was really quite memorable for me. But yeah, in this game he went bishop e7, and honestly I had no idea what exactly but to do. But I think I think going knight f5 should be okay. Again, going to e3 and just sort of stifling his plan to go d7, d5. But sorry, pardon all the circus. So there's another line in the Scotch. I think it goes like this: knight takes d4. I think bishop c5, knight to f5, and queen f6. You go knight c3, threatening knight d5, knight g7, knight to e3, and then you go g3, bishop g2, and you have like 6 pieces controlling the d5 square. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 pieces controlling d5. Some chess player. Cannot count. But yeah, this line is sort of refuted. I think black plays d5, and I think he's doing very well. Knight takes g7, king f8, knight h5, queen h4, knight g3, and d takes e4. I think this. Sorry. Knight f6 first. Of course, knight f6 first. And in this line, black is doing fine. So I felt like this should be a reasonable plan as well. But what I did not like about my decision making was that I allowed him to play g6, bishop g7, and f5 relatively quickly. So maybe I should have done something else. Like I think firstly I played c4 here, which was not necessary because d5 was not threatened. I should have considered this. I should have considered c4 if black plays, for example, bishop e6. Bishop e6 threatening d5, and then I could make a fair case to go c4. But Yeah, f4 here would have made a lot more sense, because after g6, let's say knight a3, I go knight c2, and yeah, I save a tempo on c4, and I could find something else to do. Maybe routing the knight to the d4 square, or just establishing some kind of attack with f4, f5. After bishop g7, even threatening f6, because uh, even though I give away the e5 square, the e7 knight is sort of stuck for a plan. So yeah, I like playing c4 and giving up the d4 square, and then allowing f5. Not so clever. So I think here, yeah, I think maybe not a4. You don't even have to play a4. You can just go knight a3. Like maybe knight a3 to c2 is probably a pretty sound plan. But yeah, the position became very bad for me, I think. So this position is definitely just bad for me, because I understood that even though I won a pawn, black's pieces are just they just sprung into action, and monstrous g7 bishop. Rook is on b8, it's on a good square. My bishop is bad on c1. The f4 pawn is sort of hindering everything. So this position, and I think some guy made a joke. And yeah, I should have got rook b1, of course. I'm gonna blame whoever made that joke on the channel, because I blundered the b2 pawn, and this should have been lost for me, I guess. And then I think in time trouble he just completely, yeah, the com is saying 65.3 plus 65.3. How is that? Like, have you ever seen? No, some guy just said some stuff, and then I burst out laughing, and I gave the b2 pawn. Yeah, okay. So this was kind of a lucky win. So I'll just analyze one more game, and then I'm going to be off. Yeah, so this game, yeah, this game is just insane. Let's change the point of view. It's not good to, it's never good to see things from a loser's point of view. But yeah, firstly, I think after h4, I should have gone h5. I should have done this to stop any g4 ideas. And after rook b8, a3. Yeah, this queen a7 idea, I just cannot believe that this is serious. But apparently it is, because after queen a8, yep, so here the point is after rook b8, there was knight takes b5. Yeah, so after queen a7, so the com is suggesting just taking it on a7, and after, yeah, bishop a7, you go rook b7, and then followed by castles. The rook comes to c8, I go b4, and this is just a great ending. So in general, in the Sicilian, I think most endgames are just fine for black, especially given the fact that I think this pawn structure is not great for white. I think eventually I will be able to infiltrate on the dark squares. Yeah, so yeah, I really should have. I think the problem is that yeah, I just forgot about rook b8, knight takes b5. Like firstly, and then secondly, I thought I would trap the queen, and then he found queen a6, which was a very nice move. Yeah, here queen. Yeah, of course, queen b8 was a good move. I missed this. I missed this move, and this would have been very strong. Queen b8. Yeah, defending this. Yeah, I should have seen this because I. Yeah, because b5 was weak, and this is the whole point. Like, I cannot afford to give b5, and allowing knight b5 was also bad, so I didn't really have a choice. And taking on d6, I had bishop c7, and I think that this position is actually quite nice for me, because after queen d2, let's say I go b4, takes 6. This position is just very nice for me. Even though I'm a pawn down, but the lines are open on the queen side. So yeah, I think this is quite promising. Maybe some bishop b5. I go castle. I don't think there is anything serious on the king side. And I think, yeah, obviously after what I did, the game is just over. After before, it's just lost. Like after knight b5, it's definitely lost. Yeah, and I was saying that after king e7, e5 was strong, and then I could have allowed this queen takes b7, queen b7, bishop c5. This would have been a nice finish. So let's look at one more. I think the next one I was also sort of, yeah, completely winning. No one is chasing. Don't know what they're talking about. So bishop f3, knight f3. Hello Paspon, how are you? Haven't seen you in a bit, but you just joined when I'm about to finish. So unfortunately, I'm just analyzing some games I played with a friend. Yeah, so in this position, there are many GMs who take on f3 now, followed by bishop d6, but I don't really understand why, because it just gives white more options. Like bishop d6 here is just good, and after bishop takes d6, queen takes d6, I go castle, black castles, and then now we get a very typical position. I think the main line goes rook a e1. I think what is better in this position, but it's extremely complicated because there are stuff like, sometimes you go rook a b8, sometimes black goes rook f b8, and then they go charging their pawns down on the queen side in minority attack style. They go b5, b4, and then on the king side, white has to launch some kind of attack with knight to e5, maybe f4. So this position is quite complex, but definitely playable for both sides. I think that white is better here. But after bishop f3, knight f3, bishop d6, white has this interesting idea to go bishop d2. So this was recommended by, I think, somebody on, yeah, sorry to forget the name, but somebody on Chessable, I think. So keeping the bishop pair for the time being, and the point is after castles, you go queen c2. So now stopping this knight to e4 idea, rook a c8, a3. Yeah, so this is the position that I was trying to get, and eventually I go castle, rook a e1, and maybe bishop comes back to c1, queen comes to e2. I keep the bishop pair, and then I can proceed with knight to e5. Yes, I do use Chessable. I use every single resource out there available. Yep, I do. And the reason is just that I don't play chess for a living, so I don't study stuff like 4 or 5 hours a day like most professionals do. It just makes sense to pay for materials, so that I keep myself updated. And yep, so after e5, bishop f5, queen e7. Yeah, this position is just so winning. I don't know why the com is saying that it's just +1. Like, how is this just +1? Do I use the videos? I use some videos. I've paid for some videos before. I know it's insane to pay like $100 for chess videos. I have bought two. So I bought the one by Gustafsson, and the one by Sam Shanklin on the Semislav. So these are the ones that I've bought. Obviously, the material is not really prepared for GMs, but there are some interesting ideas there that I still had some fun. I have trouble like covering everything, cause it's 15 hours. It's impossible to cover all that within a short frame of time. But I think that if you have a full-time job and you could afford to pay for something like that, I think it's generally quite useful for study purposes. It saves you time. But of course you don't pay for everything because there's so here, okay, by the way, like just digressing, bishop d4 was not a decision I liked. I should not have played bishop d4. I should have just gone king g2, because after bishop d4 takes, the knight on d5 becomes a lot more sturdy. And his move queen b6 was really annoying. I mean, this position was just winning, of course, right? Like I'm still a pawn and an exchange up, but there was no need to even allow this. After knight d5, I just go king g2. Knight e3, I just go queen e3. Life is good. No isolated pawn to worry over. So definitely I should just go king g2. There's no weak pawn on d4. Even if he goes rook b8, I can do whatever I want. Rook b1, for example. So this game is just insane, and I think that already, like, after losing this game, like, to be really honest, I feel like it's already time to stop, and I should have stuck to my guns, because I ended up losing the next three, which was not I was really not happy about. But here I feel like this should be a draw. Rook c1. Wow. I miss rook c1 after rook h2, king g4. Yeah. But this is a tough... Like, it's really tough to see that you can give up the h2 pawn like that. Yeah, rook h1, queen c2, game over. But wow, rook c1, what a move. Rook h2, king g4, and my king is safe. And then I'm going rook c6 next. This I don't know. I would never have seen this in Blitz. But the point is, I'm launching an attack of my own, and for example, like rook f2, rook f2, queen g5. What am I saying? So this is the point. I didn't even see that queen g5 was the point. And if, let's say, queen f5, what happens? Rook c6, king g7, and if f6, what am I saying? Yep, king g7, queen g5. Is that the one that David is selling on, I think, was it Simon Williams' website? I haven't managed to check it out. Like, is it good? I mean, generally I spend a lot of my money on opening materials because I feel like stuff like middle game, end games, you can still rely on some of these books, like this Dovretzky stuff, Agat's, Jacob Agat stuff, you know. So I feel like I don't mind paying more money for opening material if it's if it gives like some high level ideas, if they point you in like a good direction and give useful novelties, I think that's fine. Yeah, but yeah, I was told by some that the David Howard course is good. I've heard about it. I've heard some good things about it. So maybe I'll get that one. Just for just to support chess publishers. I think that um, there's a lot of free material on YouTube. There's all this streaming stuff going on. Um, and then of course there's always the issue of piracy and people sharing materials left and right, and I know that the publishing world is not just, not just chess. I think in general, in almost every aspect, in everything about publishing movies and whatnot, music. Yeah, piracy is a huge issue, especially for chess. But yes, and I think that's why sometimes I just I like to support some of these publishers, even though I may not actually have the time to look through everything. Like, to be honest, I spend a lot of time on the Gustafsson stuff, and I don't really spend too much time on the other stuff. Yeah, which reminds me, I probably should check that game against Advait. Earlier in the stream, I played against a young Singaporean player. So I lost the first two games. I think eventually I won. I won three games. So I made a comeback. Yeah, I won the next. I made a draw and then I won the next three. But in the first game, I couldn't remember my theory. So this was the stuff that I vaguely remember Gustafsson covered in his video. Yeah, this is you have to use the engines for this. It's impossible to work this out. Or maybe I should just open my chess base and see what it says. Yeah, I'm looking for the line. I definitely analyzed it somewhere. Where is this d4 stuff? No, I definitely analyzed it. Where is it? d4. Yep, d4, knight d4. Yeah, there was also d6. But yeah, I wanted to go for this sharp stuff. Yeah, so my line says bishop b7. Yeah, instead of c5, bishop b7 is the move. And after knight c3, c5. Okay, it transposes to this. Okay, so here I should have gone b4. And after knight d5, knight takes d5, e d5, bishop d6. Hey, what? And after c4, no, I'm not really playing e5. I just like to analyze some of this stuff out of interest. Um, maybe I might play e5. In certain, if it suits certain kind of situations, and if I'm really sure what I know, that I know what my opponent will be playing on the day. Yeah, so c4, bc3, bc3, queen f6, knight f3. Queen takes c3, rook b1. Yeah, I mean, this crazy. I'm never going to remember this. I'm never ever going to be able to remember this stuff. Yeah, I think practically speaking, this is just not a very clever idea to play this in blitz. So because probably the guy knows what he's doing, you know. So maybe the smart way is just to go d6 and after c3 play bishop g4 and play this positions. Yeah, probably this should have been in blitz, at least from a practical point of view. You don't want to walk into theory, and this should have been, yeah, after d5. I didn't really like my position, to be honest. Yeah, it just feels like, I mean black should be fine, but not easy. I think at this point I was already way behind on the clock, and even though I have a fair bit of activity, but it's not that easy to find concrete counterplay on the king side. Yeah, losing this one was quite upsetting. 11 rating points. So I mean, I wanted to bring my rating back up to 2650, but maybe I should do that without streaming. Because I think I just talk too much, and it's not even like, it's not anyone's fault. It's just like my tendency to just keep talking. And then there was one game where I had like 20 seconds left, and he had like an hour 30. Sorry, a minute 30. So that was quite ridiculous, to be honest. Yeah, I know, but I don't think like, I don't really think that was uh the lateness was the issue here. So what's my rating now? Let's just do a refresh. So I'm down to 2513. I'll be back to, I mean, I'm sure I'll get back to 2650 eventually. My secret account is there. Like, I'm about 2670. I play on it every day. So I just need to replicate the same sort of form, and then bring the rating back to a decent level. Yeah, so that's it. I think I'll be back tomorrow. I have some news to share with the Singaporean crowd. I want to share some thoughts about the Chess Against COVID charity. If you look at the top left corner of the screen, you can see that we have raised 64,000 Singapore dollars for charity. Initially, the point was to carry this throughout the entire lockdown period, but since we are lifting the COVID-19 measures by the end of May, I've decided to sort of end the charity drive by next Sunday. So tomorrow I would like to share some thoughts. I would like to also update everybody about an upcoming match next Sunday. So next Sunday, there's going to be a big match between Singapore and an international opponent. It's going to be hosted live on Chess24. There's going to be live commentary. So quite exciting. So I'll be sharing a lot more tomorrow. So thanks a lot everybody for following, especially those who followed from the start. Not sure if there's anyone. But anyway, thanks everyone. It's good night or good morning or good afternoon wherever you